Hi Todd, Oceana here with G3 Agency. This is your free SEO website for Westpro Contracting in Murrieta, California. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get more jobs by getting your website in front of the people who are searching on Google for concrete services in the Riverside area. Like I said to Ava on the phone, I don't expect anything in return for this video. It is totally free. All I ask in return is some feedback if you find this helpful. First, I'd like to say that your website looks really nice, and I like the images. It looks like you do pretty darn good work. Over half the people coming to your site will be on their phone, so it helps to have a big click-to-call phone number up here at the top someplace. Next, content, the words and images on your site. Google loves content. Lots of paragraphs about what you do, how you do it, where you do it. That's all going to show Google that you're the expert, and that's going to help to show you up at the top of the first page of Google when people are searching for concrete. Now, this is good. This is a good amount of content, except it's not enough. But it is, I mean that it's good content. You do a good job talking about what you do and such. But I would stretch this out. I would talk a lot more about the area that you're in and how you do your services and all that. Basically, you just want to increase the amount of words. Also, if I click on an image, let's see if this one will do. It will not. Perhaps this one, save image as. Yes, so I can right click on that image, click save image as, and I can see this image was saved as repair.jpg. So that's actually a good start. That's better than most are just kind of a string of numbers and letters and not even a word. But what would be even a step above this is to save it as specific key phrases that people are actually typing into Google when they're looking for concrete services in the Riverside area. And I'm going to show you those keywords here in a minute and how I find those. But here's the tool that I use for that, as well as for getting a good reading on basically how well a website is performing. So a few important metrics pop out to me here. Your UR score is how trustworthy Google thinks that this exact web page is. In this case, it's your home page because that's the page I put in. Your DR score is that same thing, but for your entire website as a whole. So it looks like your entire website is less trusted than that one page. And then how you raise these scores, which you definitely want to do in order to show up on that first page of Google, is with backlinks and referring domains. It's rather simple. The content on your page is how you tell Google what you need to show up for, and then over here, this is how you prove to Google that you're worthy of showing up. So your backlinks and referring domains are basically, okay, backlinks are any link that goes from another website back to yours, and a referring domain is any domain or website that has at least one link to your site on it. So you've got 13 different websites pointing to you a total of 48 times. Okay, so then you've also got organic keywords here. This shows me how many words you're showing up for in the first 100 results. Now you can see Westpro Contracting. You're showing up in the second position. That is on the first page. That's good. If people know who you are and they're looking up Westpro Contracting and they're finding you through that, well, that's perfect, right? That means that they know who they like you, and they're going to try to call you, right? But if people don't know who you are, you're not going to show up at all because you're not showing up for any, well, actually you are showing up on the 6th page of Google, which is basically not showing up at all, but for concrete contractors, Murrieta, California, which 20 people a month are looking for. So if you showed up at the first position for that, or at least even on the first page, you might expect to see some traffic. But I'll show you better ones that are within driving distance. So here is when I put in to my Keywords Explorer here, concrete Riverside, it runs, I ran it matching terms. That means that basically it shows me anything that has concrete and Riverside in it. I did a bunch of research on that area, and until you start getting over to like the Los Angeles and Orange County area, you don't see a lot of volume, so we're really going to stick to Riverside. There is some volume in other areas, but it's a lot less, so I'm going to stick to this for now. So Riverside Concrete, for example, is a good keyword. It's got a volume of 100, meaning that 100 people a month on average are typing this exact phrase into Google. And it's got a KD of 0. KD stands for keyword difficulty, and it's an indicator of how competitive that keyword is when it comes to SEO, which is stands for search engine optimization, search engine optimization, and that is the specialty that I have, getting people in front of Google searchers. And so this is a really good number. This zero competition basically is meaning that it's not going to take very much to get to the top of Google for this, or at least to the first page, which is the real goal. Okay, so then there's other ones, of course, Concrete Contractors, Riverside, California, Concrete Contractor, Riverside, California. This looks very similar to you and I, but there's an S at the end here and there's not here. And that means it's a different word in Google's eyes. So there's 80 people searching for it this way, 70 this way. So you get the idea. Okay, so you can see how it really adds up. And it starts to be a lot of people looking for your services with not very much competition to be seen there. So how do we end up actually in front of them? That's great that there's room for us, but what do we do? So if I put in Riverside Concrete into Google like this, show up here, see here, this is the map pack. How you want to get up into the map pack, which is definitely someplace that you want to be. You can see people would go to your website very easily. They can see your phone number so they can give you a call. So you end up here by making sure that your Google My Business listing is up to date and accurate, specifically your name, address, and phone number, because then you're going to take that information and put it all over the internet in different citations, different directories, and each of one of those instances of being listed in a directory is called a citation. And a citation basically is a vote of confidence telling Google that you really are serving that area, and that you're popular. And so that's going to help to boost you up in the maps. And if you end up in the top 3, you end up in this spot right here, which is really great. But even better is if you show up down here, because a lot of people just skip right past the maps. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And they come down here and they look at the organic search results. This is what's called the number 1 organic search result. This would be the number 2. And as you can see in this number 2 position is a local competition of yours. A local competitor. What we want to do is take a look at their site. This is the page that's showing up at the top there. So we want to take a look at this site and think, what is it that they're doing correctly that's got them to the first site of Google that we want to do as well? And then what could we do better than them so that we might even show up in that second spot or that first spot instead of lower on the page below them? So first of all, content on their page, how many words are there? There's not that many words on this page, so it won't be hard to outdo them in that way. In fact, you might already have them beat there. If I right click on their image and click Save Image As, let's see if I can find an image. It looks like they don't even have any images on this page, so there's another way that we can get ahead by saving our images properly by just simply having them even. And then over here, we've put them back into Ahrefs, this same thing I used to check out your site. So we see they've got a UR score of 8. So this is not their home page. In this case, this is one of their back pages. And so this is the one we're actually up against. We don't have to beat out their home page. We only have to beat out this one. But their entire website does play a factor in their trust versus our trust. So we're going to want to outdo them at least in the UR and maybe even in the DR, depending. It just depends. And they don't have any backlinks or referring domains coming to this page, which means this whole 8 is basically they're basically getting all their trust from just having a trustworthy site in general. So they're not extremely difficult to beat out. I really don't think that they are. And so that just adds to that zero competition, right? So if that was the best of the best on that keyword there, then we don't have a whole lot of work cut out for us. Now, mind you, none of this is going to happen overnight. search engine optimization is all about building trust with Google, and that takes a while. So, you know, you really start seeing results starting in month 2, 3, 4. It starts sort of adding up and adding up, and you know, within 6 months, you start really seeing a lot of leads coming in. So that's what's really cool about this method, is it kind of slowly builds on itself, and then it becomes a steady stream, and that's really exciting. So if you're looking for growth, I hope that this helped you understand how to get in front of the people that are searching for your services, so that you don't have to, you know, resort to buying leads from Home Advisor or, you know, whatever else you might be doing right now. So, okay. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful day. Bye.